like hard to do because you're too busy talking and trying to get your own point across and trying to, I don't know what. Everybody's got their own, chasing their favorite phantom out there, you know. But if you listen to the other person, if you like, there's something about the other person, there's something about the moment that you're in that has nothing to do with you, that if you can like listen to it, it's like, it'll teach you, it'll like change everything, you know. I don't know. Emerson said to have a friend, be a friend. People always bitch and moan about their friends and blah, blah, blah. Why don't you be a friend, you know? Lead the way by, and even if the people, even if it's hard to find a friend, or even if people let you down and stuff, you still be the loyal one, you know? Because anybody that I know who's really loyal, I look up to that person. You know, Tom Williams, I mean, I've been lucky my whole life. People have had me on a pedestal. It's like I'm this special person and stuff. But when I find somebody who's loyal, really loyal, I look up to that person. I'd like to be like you. That's what I think. Even if they're the simplest person in the world, even if they're dumb, I don't care. If they're loyal, that to me is like, that's heart right there. And that's what I'm looking to see on this trip. I would rather have that than brains anytime. Brains are a dime a dozen. You can hire them by the hour. Character's the only thing you can hire by the hour. This is another Emerson quote. I guess I was thinking Emerson when I read this. Your goodness must have an edge to it, else it be none. Keep a little edge about yourself. Don't be afraid to like think what you want, and say what you want. Think for yourself and go your own way a little bit, you know? Don't be afraid of that. Like, it's hard in the world because everybody wants you to be like them and be like what they want you to be. This and that, but keep your edge to you a little bit, you know? Like, I don't know. It's hard to understand, but I like the idea of it. Like, unless you've got a little edge, you're not really a good person. You know, I have a feeling, you know, like even they say even Jesus kicked the like moneylenders out of the temple. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I have a feeling Mother Teresa in India, you know, would get up and I'm sure someday she thought, God, if I see one more beggar, I'm going to blow my brains out. I think it's like that. You know what I mean, I'm sure. Because you know that's true, even in the story of Jesus and stuff. Like Jesus a lot of times is going, man, I can't believe I gotta like carry the world on my back. Die for everybody.
I don't feel like
I can't believe I gotta die for this world. You know, this world sucks. You know. And how about this one? Show compassion to the weak. Show compassion to the weak. Defend the weak. You know, amen. You who are strong, you who are smart, you who will have money, you can't turn your back on the weak. You cannot do it. Gandhi said that about a society is judged by how they treat the weakest person, not how they treat the strongest. Another thing that's really good to remember, and I've seen this come down in my life, expect anything. Anything can happen. You've got to remind yourself of that. Something really great could happen. Something really bad could happen. You can't be surprised. It's like, God forbid, somebody dies. You can't go, anything can happen. You win the bleeping Powerball, that can happen too. Anything can happen. And you've got to know that. You can't pretend that it won't. It will. Develop your brain. And this is a quote from somebody, I forget who, but it's a good one. He who sees much can endure much. I told you this before. My mother died. Miss Friedman came to me and she said, did knowing everything you know help you when your mother died? It took me 1 second. The answer was yes. Even in the face of death, what I knew helped me. You gotta believe in your brain. You who compete, whether it's in the world of academics or the world of athletics or the world of just life. If you're competing, I've always been a competitor. Don't ask for mercy, don't give any. Here's a hard one. Deny thyself, deny thyself. We talked about that before, and Laura and I talked about that. Try for self-mastery of your lower impulses. I'm a guy. I know all about lower impulses. I've got them all. Every single one of them, you know. And my mastery of them, sometimes yes, sometimes not as much. But you've got to try for mastery of your lower impulses. Lower impulses like the killers. Jealousy. Jealousy can bring you down. You know, anger, all those things. You've got to try to be better. You have to try to master and your lower impulses in human sexuality, and in terms of that little voice inside you, or anything that just says, you know, in terms of alcohol or drugs, going, go ahead, just do it, nobody cares, you know. Well, the Greeks talked about that, you know, about how there was that little voice inside you that would say, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you do. But it's not like that. Everything matters that you do. Every last thing matters. Like I said, the jury's out on that. I'm 60 years old, and I'm like still fighting my lower impulses. You know, it's a war. Be generous. I really believe in that. I really believe in that. I was lucky to have good grandparents, you know, and a grandfather who'd give you his shirt off his back. He showed me, if you give something, don't give to get. Don't give to expect. Just give because it's great to give, you know. Don't make a person of you. Giving is the best thing. People who are not generous, who are like Scrooge-like or parsimonious, my heart breaks for those people. You know? Then there's love. What can you say about love? Most mysterious thing in the world. I found as I got older, love picks you. You don't pick one. You went out to look for it, you'd never find it. It picks you. And it can make you or it can break you. It's the funniest, weirdest thing in the world. It's like poison and like the antidote. It's like I just do not know what to think about it. As I've gotten older, I think more like Sigmund Freud, thinking it's just stuff left over from when you're an infant, you know? You're crying in the dark for somebody to love you. You spend your life doing it, you know? Here's one that I think about today. Learn to say goodbye gracefully. What to say about that?
Don't believe in goodbyes.
People leave all the time. People leave all the time. People leave your life all the time. There are exits all the time. You have to be graceful all the time, because it's what it is. Keep an open mind. This is what I think. Be young before you're old. I'm almost done. This is a good long list here. Go with what got you there. How about that? There's one from sports here's one from sports that works every minute of your life. Go with what got you there. Like, if you're funny, be funny. If you're smart, be smart. If you go with your heart, go with your heart. Whatever got you to be where you are, go to it. Go back to it. Okay? And that way, listen, that way it can tell you what to do on those moments in your life when you go like, what am I supposed to do now? Which happen a lot. What am I supposed to do now? The big question? Well, the answer is, go with what got you there. How did you get to where you are? And another one that I say to my friends that they all say, this is like really great advice, I'm going to give it to you now.
Awesome.
Be more like yourself. Be more like yourself. The world doesn't want you to be like yourself. The world wants them to be like you, or them to be like them. You got to be more like you. Think of what it is you like to do. Think of where it is you like to go. Think of how you like to spend your time. Especially when things get tough, when things get hard. Be the thing that's like, that you are. Be more like yourself. It's great advice. I don't know how the hell I thought of it. But it seems to really be important to a lot of people that I say it to. I don't know.
Not for long.
How about this? This is like one that's really hard, but I really advise you to do this. Be humble enough to fail. Be humble enough to fail at something. If you want to be good, you have to be bad. Think of any sport you ever played. Weren't you crap when you started? Think of any musical instrument you ever tried to play. Think of anything. Think of you as a baby trying to get up and walk. You fell and hit the coffee table. That's the way it goes. Okay? But you know what? You gotta be humble enough to fail. You gotta be able to like suck at something a million times until you're better. But it takes humility. The people who don't have humility can't achieve that because they're too busy like all tight and stuff. No, fail. You fail, you get better. It's the way it goes. It's a trick. It's a trick to get you not to fail. It's an illusion to be too scared to fail. It's weird. I don't know. Work hard and be good at something. Pick something. Be good at it. Work hard. If you work hard, no matter what it is, you're going to like walk away and you're going to feel better. I don't care what it is. You want to be good at like pruning trees. It doesn't matter what it is. There's no such thing as one thing that's better than another. I don't care if somebody's a bleeping brain surgeon or if they're the guy cutting the lawn out there. If that guy's out there thinking, I'm going to cut this lawn great today, like I'm going to really do a great job, that guy's walking away and he's feeling good about himself. That's just the way it is. Success leads to success. Success leads to success. Do something you're good at. You're going to find something else good thing happens. And remember, I love you guys.
Oh, we love you too.